tackle illegal money collection at check gates across Nagaland. Police orders closure of all permanent, semi-permanent, temporary or mobile phone check posts with immediate effect. Only 13 inter-check gates to remain operational. Over the row of May 21 meeting using Naga People's Front nomenclature and banner, the now defected members clarify they held the meeting being member of party at that time. The defected members in a press conference clears the decision of quitting NPF to join NDPP. Following centre's slash of excise duty on petrol and diesel, Nagaland sees sharp cut of petrol price by rupees 8.28 to 9.18 per litre and diesel by rupees 6.40 to 7.08 per litre from Sunday, with revised price coming into effect in Kohima. Petrol cost rupees 99.39 while diesel price stands at rupees 87.54 per litre. In Dimapur, petrol to cost rupees 98.28 per litre and diesel 86.65 per litre. Reacting to the ongoing blame game between NSC and IM and former Nagaland Chief Minister Dr. S.C. Chamir over the Naga political issue, the Ausendan calls war of words unhealthy. Further apex body of AU Nagas also ask stakeholders to make competencies of framework agreement public. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday chairs a round-table meeting with top business leaders in Tokyo and invites the leaders to join India's Make in India for the World campaign. Top executives and CEOs of 34 Japanese companies from automobiles, electronics, semiconductors, steel, technology, trading and banking and finance sector participate in meeting. Welcome viewers, you're watching English Primetime News. This is Nltv. Let's have a look at the stories in detail. In an attempt to curb down the alleged practice of illegal tax collection from vehicles at various check gates and other locations of the state, Office of the Inspector General of Police of CID Division Nagaland has directed all member, permanent, semi-permanent, temporary or mobile police check posts to be shut down with immediate effect. The directive also said that only 13 interstate check gates will remain functional. The 13 check gates are Kuzama in Kohima, Katkati, Newfield and Dilai in Dimapur, Bandari in Woka, Tizit and Nagini Mora in Mon, Kezakeno and Lanye in Peg, Tsitapela and Wati Yungpang in Mukokchung, Maram in Peran and Shitap in Longleng district. In addition, the police headquarters has set up a 24/7 control room. Moreover, besides the existing general helpline number of 112, dedicated mobile numbers and email ID have also been placed at the control room. In any case of complaints or information regarding illegal taxation at any check gate or any other local location in the state or of the presence of any unauthorized persons at the check gates, one can report at 879-888-1978 or 879-888-1979 and email at prcillegalcollection@gmail.com. Furthermore, the general public may also contact the Nagaland police officers whose closed user group mobile numbers are available in the Call Your Cop mobile app. The information can be shared with Nagaland police via voice call, WhatsApp, text mail and email. In a clarification to the allegations illegally using Naga People's Front nomenclature and banner, the former Dimapur 2nd Assembly Constituency NPF functionaries cited that until May 21 they belonged to the party. Therefore, they had every right to hold a meeting under its name and banner. Notably, the former NPF functionaries of Dimapur 2 Assembly constituencies addressed a press conference on May 23 to clarify on all the allegations and also to remove all confusions created due to the recent development. During the conference, the former functionaries clarified that the May 21 consultative meeting was not called by the NTPP MLA Mwatushi Longkamar but was organized by the party functionaries. In this regard, the former Vice President of NPF Dimapur 2 Assembly Constituency, Sato Angami, demanded an apology for dragging the name of the MLA into the controversy. Meanwhile, the former senior NPF member Tiasangba Yimsung declared that they would no longer clarify as NPF and would submit their ID cards to join hands with the NTPP. Furthermore, former General Secretary Loshimbemo Shitri cited that they have all legal documents and list of the NPF members who attended the meeting. On the allegations of political gimmick stunt pulled by a handful of self-help groups to confuse public, former Women Wing President Kare Kufka slammed the leaders, saying that she, being the president, has acknowledged of all the women members who attended the meeting and thus corrected that they are not self-help groups. It may be mentioned that altogether 202 NPF functionaries, office bearers, attended May 21 consultative meeting and declared to merge with NDPP.
We are all NPF members. And Dimapur 2 Constituency Assembly laga, I be Vice President till that 21. So we have every right to call a meeting, to have a consultative meeting. So we call a consultative meeting on that day. So majority has support the Sermatoshi Longumo that.
Itu din di ahakando 21st May meeting di 202 manu attend krise. Kon attend krise etno ituan sab sign krise. Forcefully noe amian register maintain krise. Kon yade amigan honorable MLA laga bichidi jabo. Ituan sign kushi kore ituan sign kuribi goa. Sab 202 member kando sign kurinas.
Aman last Saturday meeting di 21 day only mane aman MP para organize kora jagate shiri morishi mataz kele mati only mane aman itola tendi MP to charity body para shiri morishi mati na aman meeting korje achi para to only mane aman MP noe amana ID card ase itu submit korule ase MP office
sabo bolivi advisory laga ID card pi debi kumba to thuri ase Indonesia ase dordi advisory report na ko do misha ase advisory report ase aro advisory report laga advisory board laga appointment kan leader kan so office pare dise aro ID card khan bi debi witness ase guina tonight ase clarification
kali kunuba party bara press conference thaki gene mohan party manu khang ke bishi accuse korise sermo atoshi ke bishi accuse korise etu karne mohan bi aji conference to thaki gene public ke mohan bi etu clarify koribole mohan bi abini khang ke matise aro mohan gather kori ase ke etu to bendang bi koise bendantai Dimapur 2 AC president ase koise ti lotha do koise ke tai division president ase koise to tai division para ekta important point ekta bishi koi dia to mohan 21 May de mohan meeting thaga din de women folk to bishi etu unit laga no hoi gene women folk eman jama korise etu to SSG group self help group ase koi gene tai dun clear etu koi dia to moi women win president aside ward 13-11 unit te moi appoint kora khan unit level te grassroots te appoint kora khan he.
After Centre slashed excise duty on petrol by ₹8 per litre and on diesel by ₹6 per litre, Nagaland consumer celebrates a sharp cut of petrol price by ₹8.28 to 9.18 per litre and diesel by ₹6.40 to 7.08 per litre with effect from Sunday. With the revised prices coming into effect, a litre of petrol in the state capital, Kohima, now costs ₹99.39, while diesel price stands at rupees 87.54 per litre. In the commercial hub, Dimapur, retail price of petrol is rupees 98.28 per litre and diesel at rupees 86.65 per litre. Meanwhile, price cut in Kifre was little lower, while petrol cost is higher in the state, retailing at rupees 101.87 per litre and diesel at rupees 89.96 per litre. In Tuensang and Shamator districts, petrol to sell at rupees 101.85 per litre and diesel at rupees 89.80 per litre respectively. Meanwhile, in Noklak, petrol to cost rupees 101.54 per litre and diesel to retail at rupees 89.66 per litre. On the other hand, in Peg district, the new price of petrol and diesel are rupees 101.07 and rupees 89.08 per litre respectively. In Zenapoto, the new retail rate of petrol is rupees 101.07 per litre and diesel is rupees 89.04 per litre. In Mokokchong, a litre of petrol will now sell at rupees 100.84, while on litre of diesel to cost rupees 88.89. In Longlang, new retail rate of petrol is rupees 100.76 per litre and diesel is rupees 88.94 per litre. In Mon district, consumers will have to pay rupees 100.45 for a litre of petrol and rupees 88.63 per litre of diesel. Also in Siminyu, petrol will sell at rupees 98.94 per litre and diesel at rupees 87.26 per litre. On the other hand, the rate of petrol in Peren is rupees 98.65 litre and diesel is at rupees 86.99 per litre. Notably, the new rates after the fuel excise duty cut varied from state to state depends upon the incidence of local taxes, among others. Reacting to the ongoing blame game between the NSC and IM and former Nagaland Chief Minister Dr. S.C. Chamir over the Naga political issue, which is in news of late, the Ausidon has opined that re-emergence of war of words is not healthy. The centre in a press release asked both the parties to be more prudent and think wisely before making allegations. Furthermore, the centre reiterated its stand that the competencies of the framework agreement that was negotiated with the Government of India be disclosed to the public. While citing how the current Naga political predicament is creating animosity, distrust and cynicism, it cautioned the concerned parties that the blame game weakened the Naga cause. Furthermore, the centre implored both the parties not to keep the competencies of FA in secret, and it is making the Naga people lose their faith on the ongoing negotiations. The Tang Students' Union, in continuation to the extensive survey undertaken by the union covering 8 schools under Noklak headquarters, have revised monthly tuition fees. Issuing a notification, the union revised and fixed the monthly tuition fees in order to stabilize the disparity of socio-economic conditions in a nascent district. The union informed that the monthly tuition fee will be rupees 400 maximum per student, and the teachers or tutors shall not entertain more than 10 students in one shift. Furthermore, the union informed all the concerned teachers and the tutors to strictly adhere to the aforementioned directives with effect from 1st June 2022 till further revision is notified. A proud moment for the Nagas as Abel Sumi was awarded in the musician category of the Real Superheroes Award 2022 Season 3 on May 20 in Goa by Forever Star India. Notably, the Forever Star India awarded Sumi, the proprietor of the Musicians Academy Dimapur and the chief organizer of the reality show The Stage Nagaland, and You Got the Voice Nagaland for promoting Naga artists and musicians in the field of music. Nagaland Foothill Road Construction Committee welcomes the state government and Road and Bridges Department's desire to inaugurate the Doyang Bridge at Governor's Camp, Limpayan, under Walker District at the earliest. The committee is hopeful that by early part of June 2022, the construction of the bridge will complete and thereby provide connectivity to the people. It is worth mentioning that the construction of the bridge has been going since the past 9 years. The committee has urged all the contractors to expedite and improve the ongoing works soon so that the state government's entourage could ply to the road to Doyang Bridge and beyond the inauguration day. Due to the incessant rains causing waterlogging and landslides in several areas across the state, Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority alerts all district disaster management authorities. State Disaster Response Force Dimapur Commandant Akhu Katz stated that the SDRF personnel were ready to deal with emergencies. However, the team is unable to perform well due to lack of equipment. Kat maintained that they were short on equipment such as an inflatable rubber boat, an outboard motor, diving suit and other supplies. Kat notified that the SDRF Dimapur currently had only one boat, whereas they require at least 3 to 4 boats. The SDRF has also appealed to the NSDMA to look into the matter. The SDRF Dimapur has 30 personnel, but Kat maintained that they also out to cover Chumukidima and Newland districts. Kat, talking about floods, maintained that no floods occurred in the last 2 months. However, drowning incidents takes place every now and then in Dhansiri River. Kat also talks about how a boy drowned in Dhansiri River last month, to which Kat stated that search operation was conducted, but the team could not retrieve the body even after 4 days of search. The team had to abandon the search operation due to the rising water level. A meeting was held with the Fowls Traders Union and wholesalers of chicken and duck coming under the jurisdiction of Kohima Municipal Council at KMC office on May 17. After the meeting, the KMC and the union informed on the updated and approved prices of poultry. Broiler chicken, which was sold at 180 per kg, will now be sold at 210 per kg. Layer chicken, which was sold at 260 per kg, will now be sold at 280 per kilogram. Broiler to be sold at rupees 200 per kg. Price of local chicken has been increased by 80 rupees and is now at 530 per kilos, whereas Pani Has per price is to be sold at rupees 480 per kilogram. The prices of China Has male and female has been set at 1,000 and 680 respectively. Pair of Raja Hans to cost 2,600, whereas pigeon pair to cost rupees 340. The Dimapur District Auto Drivers Union President has asserted that in compliance with the government's district's directives, the union no longer collects taxes or welfare funds. In this regard, Nagaland TV interviewed the association on Monday. During the interview, the DDA-DU convener grieved that despite being a registered labor association, the association receives no funds from the government. The convener also added that the association's activities, including health care and ambulance services, are solely based on the welfare funds. Therefore, the convener voiced out to the government not to restrict collection of the funds and parking taxes. Meanwhile, the president also added that certain groups, unions or associations still resort to collecting taxes. On the other hand, keeping in mind the safety of all, the DDA-DU president cautioned the auto drivers to follow the rules and regulations scripted by the association. He also informed that the association would take legal action against those drivers who does not comply with the rules and also seize their ID cards.
So public will all be safe, or be safe. So my message is that driver can game uniform takekan, I card takekan, driver license can takekan, morom kurigina signal use could be. No, be both them the ball blast. Please ड्राइवर खान की वजह से बेसी अपनी जल्दी 1 मिनट पूरा पहुंचे कोई भी इतनी पहुंचे जाओ नले भी 5 मिनट पूरा 1-2 मिनट पर लेट होले भी इतनी पहुंचे बोले ऐसे इतने ड्राइवर खान के प्लीज डोंट रश ना कोई आस्ते पूरा पब्लिक खान के भाव को पहुंचा बोला कदा डिस्टेंस को ऐसे भाव पूरा नहीं स्पीड जले भी पहुंचे बोले ऐसे आस्ते जले पहुंचे बोले इतने देखते ऐसा पूरा मेंटेन कर रही हूँ ड्राइवर खान के तो मुझे मैसेज पता है एज अ डायरेक्टिव ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट of Nagaland, no organization, no union, Canberra welfare fund can now tell you when a directive taken say we are following that one to welfare fund be now to be nearly 4 or 5 days. The driver Canberra willingly I mean get that way to American to be now as a directive of the government. So far I talked to Mahan American source from Mahan Pato still now some unions are taking. I don't want to mention the unions and organizations. We mentioned one night only be. Mankan union to last year, only be American union to welfare fund be totally stop kudishe. Or Mahando, as long as Mahando driver bro, I can American office stay bra dishe gole Mahando lobo, gole Mahando government la directive follow kurubo. To Mahando now thai ujise. Or man parking devi man iko nanga sun nai hoise as long as driver pra again I mean office te tahala will for fund diche gole man to receive group because man itu bra I mean la converter coins na itu bra office chole itu bra electric bill de itu bra light bill de normal itu bra driver accident hoise gole bi man itu bra ri kore hole bi man dita to itu bi nai hoise so for me is that man gan ita to bi to I say to ini Morom Green government ke kwase amingan la itu welfare fund to bon na kurai dibi kan mo government
Raising questions over the existence of madrasas in education system, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma on Sunday said that the word madrasas should cease to exist and all such places should disappear in modern education system. Speaking at an event organized by the Rashtriya Samak Seva Sangh in Delhi on Sunday, Sharma said admitting children to madrasas is against their fundamental rights. He further said that children would not be willing to go to a madrasa if they are told that they would not be able to become a doctor or engineer after studying there. He also mentioned that those who want to teach Quran to their children can do that even in their homes. Sharma also elaborated on his remarks, saying that the education system in madrasas should be such that they can give students the choice to do anything in the future, and said every children deserves to get formal education, whereby they'll be exposed to the knowledge of science, mathematics and other branches of modern education. It is to be mentioned that Sharma made these remarks while replying to a question on how madrasas can be improved to provide education so that more professionals can come out of these schools.
ये मद्रासा शब्द ही विलुप्त हो जाना चाहिए। जब तक ये मद्रासा दिमाग में घूमते रहेगा तब तक बच्चा को भी डॉक्टर इंजीनियर नहीं बन सकता है। अगर बच्चा को आप स्कूल में जाने का समय आप पूछ लेता है कि बेटा तुम मद्रासा जा रहा है, तुम जुनाब बनेगा, इस रास्ते से तुम डॉक्टर नहीं बनेगा, तो कोई बच्चा मद्रासा नहीं जाएगा। मद्रासा में तो दाखिल किया जाता है वायलेटिंग ह्यूमन राइट्स, किसलिए वो रास्ता बंद हो जाता है। तो आप जरूर कुरान पढ़ाइए, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा पढ़ाइए साइंस, मैथ्स, बायोलॉजी, बोटानी, जियोलॉजी। तो इसीलिए मद्रासा सब विलुप्त हो जाना चाहिए, नॉर्मल एजुकेशन होना चाहिए। और घर में आप खूब आपका धर्म पुथी पढ़ाइए, पूरा 2 to 3 घंटा धर्म पुथी पढ़ाइए, लेकिन स्कूल में ऐसा ही।
In a move to restore the railway network devastated by floods and landslides in Assam's Dima Hasao district, the centre has sanctioned rupees 180 crore for the restoration of the railway network. Taking down to Twitter, Assam Chief Minister confirmed the allocation of rupees 180 crore by centre and further mentioned that repairing of the damaged portions of vital rail link will restore connectivity between Barak and Brahmaputra valleys of Assam and reconnect Tripura, Mizoram and parts of Manipur with the rest of the country. Meanwhile, the Railway Ministry has also assured to complete the restoration work of railway network in Dima Hasao district by July 10 this year. Earlier on Sunday, the Assam Chief Minister had met Union Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav in New Delhi. The District Court of Varanasi on Monday completed the hearing of arguments in the Kashi Vishwanath Temple, Gainavabi Mosque case in Uttar Pradesh and reserved its decision until Tuesday. Notably, a total of 3 petitions have been filed in the court on which the court hearing was heard. It is to be mentioned that the mosque committee needed the maintainability case to be heard first, and the court will decide tomorrow, assuming it will acknowledge that request. It may be mentioned that Anjuman Intizamiya Masjid Committee has filed a petition on behalf of the Muslim side, whereas Lakshmi Devi, Rakhi Singh, Sita Sahu, Manju Vyas and Rakha Patha have filed the petition on behalf of the Hindu side. During the hearing, only 23 people, including 19 lawyers and 4 petitioners, were allowed inside the courtroom. It is also to be mentioned that the hearing before the Varanasi court on Monday was determined how the case will proceed. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, along with his wife Sonal Shah, visited the Pradhan Mantri Sanghahalaya in Delhi on Monday. Notably, the museum is a tribute to all the Prime Ministers of India and tells the story of India after independence through the lives and contributions of its Prime Ministers. It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in April this year. It is to be mentioned that the Pradhan Mantri Sanghahalaya is situated in the national capital's Teen Murti estate and is a building constructed in the premises of Nehru Memorial Museum and Library. It may be mentioned that the building was inaugurated by the Prime Minister on April 14 this year. The deadline for submission of online application form for UGC NET December 2021 and June 2022 has now been extended to May 30. UGC Chairman M. Jagadesh Kumar made the announcement at a time when National Testing Agency opened the application form correction window for the merged December 2021 and June 2022 cycles of UGC NET. Meanwhile, candidates can visit the official website ugcnet.nta.nic.in to submit their application form. It may be noted that the UGC NET is held twice a year. However, this time the June 2022 cycle has been postponed due to the postponement of December 2021 cycle because of COVID-19. NTA further combined the December 2021 and June 2022 cycles to make the examination cycles more consistent. Amid the ongoing monkeypox outbreak, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation on Monday said that airport authorities are screening passengers from endemic and non-endemic countries showing monkeypox outbreaks. It is to be mentioned that Kasturba Hospital has prepared separate ward of 28 beds for isolation of suspected cases. Meanwhile, the test samples of the suspected cases will be sent to National Institute of Virology, Pune. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday chaired a roundtable meeting with top business leaders in Tokyo and invited the leaders to join India's Make in India for the World campaign. Notably, top executives and CEOs of 34 Japanese companies participated in the event, whereby the companies represented diverse sectors including automobiles, electronics, semiconductors, steel, technology, trading and banking and finance, while key business bodies and organizations from India and Japan also participated. Furthermore, during the meeting, stressing that India and Japan are naturally partners, Modi lauded the business community as brand ambassadors of the immense potential of India-Japan ties. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister also said that during the visit of Prime Minister Kishida to India in March 2022, both countries had set an ambitious target of investment of Japanese yen 5 trillion over the next 5 years. It is to be mentioned that the Prime Minister highlighted recent developments in economic ties such as India-Japan industrial competitiveness partnership and clean energy partnership, among others. He talked about initiatives such as National Infrastructure Pipeline, Production-Linked Incentive Scheme and Semiconductor Policy, and highlighted the robust startup ecosystem of India. It may also be mentioned that during the program, Prime Minister Modi's 2-day visit to Japan, he is also slated to have a bilateral meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. US President Joe Biden on Monday announced in Japan that 13 countries have joined the new Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, or the IPEF. The framework is an agreement of the US-led Asia-Pacific Trade Initiative. Alongside the US, the other countries included in the framework are India, Australia, Brunei, Indonesia, Japan, the Republic of Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. A recent video during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Japan has grabbed attention of netizens and has gone viral in social media. In the video that has gone viral in a few moments, a Japanese child was seen interacting with the Prime Minister in Hindi language, which caught the eyes of many. Even Prime Minister was amazed to see the Japanese boy, identified as Ritsuki Kobayashi, welcomed Prime Minister Modi with a picture of the Indian tricolor and spoke a few lines in Hindi. Modi apparently impressed the grade 5 student, which went on to ask the boy where did he learn Hindi. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who reached Japan for a 2-day visit on Monday, was welcomed by the Indian diaspora as well as Japanese citizens. The Prime Minister also interacted with children who were also waiting for him, carrying welcome placards written in different Indian regional languages.
Wow. I'm studying in I'm studying in read my messages which I wrote on the paper, so I'm very happy. I also got the signature.
What's your name?
My name is Ritsuki.
Okay, Ritsuki. So, which class you are studying in?
I'm studying in Global Indian International School, and I'm from grade 5.
Okay. Can you speak Hindi also?
Amid economic crisis in Sri Lanka, the country is facing shortage of medicines. Doctors in Sri Lanka said that a shortage of medicine caused by an economic crisis in the country will soon cause deaths. Sri Lankan hospitals have been forced to postpone life-saving procedures for their patients because they don't have the necessary drugs. Doctors said that if the situation doesn't improve quickly, several patients would be facing a virtual death sentence. We have a breaking news. It is to be mentioned that a major fire broke out at a scarf shop. The fire broke out at Padampukri, Dimapur. Reportedly, fire breaks out at around 4:30 p.m. Cause of fire yet to be ascertained. It is to be mentioned that no casualties have been reported yet. Viewers, as we can see in the screen, the visuals, the fire has broke out in Poultry, and it is a huge fire as we can see, and the reporters of Nagaland TV are on ground to report and to give more update on this news. Well, as you can see, there is a huge crowd being stuck at the traffic jam. The vehicles have been blocked, and as we can see, the fire has emerged, and we can as the picture shows, that we can only get to know that it has happened at the evening around this time of the hour, and maybe the fire has broke out. The source of the fire is yet to be known. So let's wait for more updates as our reporters are on the ground. Yes, Aram.
Hello.
Yes, Aram, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Yes, Aram. Well, Aram, can we know updates of this, and what is the cause of the fire? Can you please update our viewers and me as well?
Actually, the fire broke out at around 4 to 4:30 at Patambukri, opposite to Patambukri Gate, and it's not yet proof, but it is suspected to be from a short circuit from the scrap shop. And around that area there are 6 shops. So among those 6 shops, three of the shops it got burned down. It's a bakery, a meat shop.
Yes, Aram, as you are on the spot, I would like to know what is the situation and the condition of the shop right now at the moment.
Right now the fire is doused and everything is okay, but earlier, just 10 to 15 minutes earlier, they tried to on the light electricity, but again it got a bit of short circuit, so they had cut the line down now.
Okay, so does the fire tenders, or were there any emergency services being reported at the ground or reported to douse the fire off?
No, as of now the situation is normal now. As of now,
right.
Because the fire services came and they have doused the fire and everything is under control now.
Okay, Aram, thank you so much for tuning in with me and giving highlights on the news. Yes, viewers, I would like to read out that a major fire which broke out at the Scrap Road scrap shop around 4:30 p.m. today have been doused off by the fire services, and now the situation is under control. It is to be mentioned that the cause of fire was due to short circuit and no casualties have been reported. Moving next, viewers, I would like to inform that at the end of the first Ukrainian war crimes trial, a Ukrainian court on Monday sentenced a 21-year-old Russian soldier to life imprisonment for killing an unarmed civilian. The Russian tank commander Vadim Shishimarin had been pleaded guilty for killing a 62-year-old Alexander Shelipov. Reportedly, the tank commander Shishimarin had fired several shots at the victim's head on February 28. Saudi Arabia has banned citizens from traveling to 16 countries, including India, over the COVID-19 situation in those nations. The General Directorate of Passports stated that the list of countries comprise Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, India, Yemen, Somalia, Ethiopia, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Libya, Indonesia, Vietnam, Armenia, Belarus, and Venezuela. Furthermore, the Directorate emphasized that the validity of the passport of Saudis who intend to travel to non-Arab countries must be more than 6 months. Furthermore, the Ministry of Health in Saudi Arabia stated that there were no monkeypox cases detected in the country so far. Deputy Minister of Health Abdullah Asiri added by saying that the kingdom has the capability to monitor and discover any suspected monkeypox cases and also to fight against the infection if any new cases emerge. The All India Senior Selection Committee has picked an 18-member squad for the upcoming 5-match PTM 2021 home series against South Africa. The selection process has also named India's 17-member test squad for the 5th rescheduled test against England to be played at Edgbaston, Birmingham from July 1 to 5. India currently lead the test series 2-1. Rohit Sharma will lead the team and RK Rahul will lead as vice-captain. Subman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Ranuman Vihari, Chateshwar Pujara, Rishabh Pant, KS Bharat, Ravindra Jadeja, Ravi Chandran Ashwin, Sardul Thakur, Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Umesh Yadav and Prasid Krishna have been selected in the test squad. Furthermore, the committee also appointed RK Rahul to lead India and Rishabh Pant as vice-captain in the 5-match PTM T20I home series against South Africa. Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ishan Kisan, Deepak Huda, Shreyas Iyer, Dinesh Karthik, Hardik Pandya, Venkatesh Iyer, Yuzvendra Chahal, Kudeb Yadav, Aksar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Harshal Patel, Avesh Khan, Ashdeep Singh and Umran Malik have been selected for T20I series. So that was English Primetime News. Up next we have Express News. Do tune in.